It's time to go back to school, Pine Belt, but this year everything will be different. And we know you have both questions and concerns about how this year will work and look when it comes to your kids. Those questions deserve answers and those concerns need to be voiced. WDAM 7's Back to School Pine Belt will be an ongoing series of special reports weeknights at 6 to help give you a clearer look at what's happening this fall. Plus, get even more at WDAM.com/backtoschool.
It's not a perfect system. We've never done this before.
In the midst of COVID, one school district is searching for ways to keep students from falling behind.
And so we're making preparations to try to have whatever we can have for those kids that are at home.
Thursday at 6. It's back to school time.
We need athletics. We need school.
And many schools are taking steps to keep their young athletes safe.
There's a lot of restrictions, and we're doing everything we can to make it as safe as we can, which I know everybody is.
Tune in tonight at 6 as we speak with coaches and players about safety concerns during the pandemic.
Am I concerned? Yes, I'm concerned. Is it a serious thing? Yes, it's a serious thing.
The importance of athletics and extracurricular activities and how Friday nights will be affected.
Let us help you get answers to your questions about going back to school.
We're following the guidelines for close contact, which does mean that they're to quarantine. Regardless of what their test reveals, though, because they had close contact, they will be quarantined for 14 days.
They'll be able to return to practice by our calculations on September the 1st. It looks like now probably that we'll also have to cancel their first regular season game.
Get even more at WDAM.com/backtoschool.
We came here to the Jones County Superintendent of Education's office and talked with Tommy Parker and just asked him what are some of the most important things that you want parents and students and teachers to think about as y'all get ready to go back to school.
Stephen, we've been charged with the task of reopening schools for our community out here.
It's time to go back to school, and when it comes to your kids, your questions deserve answers, and your concerns deserve to be heard. We want to help. Send us an email at backtoschool@WDAM.com with your questions and concerns.
Let us help you get answers to your questions about going back to school.
I think one of the most notable things are 50-gallon drums of hand sanitizer.
We're increasing our nurses.
So in order to get our students to school, we've had to double route our buses. And there's several hundreds of thousands of dollars it's going to cost us.
Virtual learning costs money as well.
We've purchased gloves, we've purchased additional masks.
That money's going to go quick.
Get even more at WDAM.com/backtoschool.
Going back to school is going to be a little different this year, but that doesn't need to stop the back to school pictures. Tell your kids to smile, and let's put a positive spin on going back to school. Parents, upload your pics online, whether you're staying home or taking the bus. WDAM 7 wants to celebrate going back to school with all of you. And keep watching WDAM 7 News as we get through the start of this different school year together, with questions asked and answered.
Social distancing in the classroom.
Where we're supporting one another, then things should move a lot easier inside the classroom as far as social distancing.
Teachers help to give us a look at what keeping everyone separated and safe could look like.
We have high hopes and expectations for learning, growing, and coming together, even while at a distance.
And talk about the new challenges they'll face this fall.
Even though I know we all have at least one or two worries maybe in the back of our minds.
WDAM 7's Back to School Pine Belt continues Friday at 6. Going back to school means getting back on the bus. As school is getting ready to start across the Pine Belt, we're asking district officials the questions you want answered about what's being done to keep your kids safe on their way to school.
We started some of our different campuses so that we could pull buses from one campus to help run routes at another campus.
A close look at what'll be different and what parents need to know before taking their kids to the bus stop.
We're saying all our buses will be at 50% or less.
Monday morning on Sunrise.
Let us help you get answers to your questions about going back to school.
We're seeing numbers more than double, and even Lamar County is now on the watch list.
We asked our board to push back to August the 24th as our first student day of school, and teachers will come back on August the 14th and give them 6 days.
That'll give us more time. There's a number of items that we have ordered that would give us a chance to hopefully get those in, get many of those installed.
Get even more at WDAM.com/backtoschool.